Hello, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of Bo's Slow English. If you are an intermediate English learner on your way to advanced, this lesson is perfect for you because I will be speaking at more of a moderate pace. And I will teach you cultural fluency, which means that not only do you understand the words, but you also understand the meaning behind it. If you are a beginner English learner, this video may also be interesting for you because it will give you an introduction to where you will want to go, hopefully in several months. If we've never met before, my name is Bo. It is nice to meet you. I usually create slow speaking vlog style videos, but as I mentioned, today is going to be a moderate speaking style. This video was requested by one of my subscribers, so thank you for your suggestion. So I know that I mentioned that we will be talking about cultural fluency, and this is going to be specifically in regards to what Americans mean. Today, I'll explain a few common American phrases that confuse English learners and what the meaning is behind these phrases. Before we get started, please hit the like button to show your support. It keeps me motivated to continue making these videos. And also, if we aren't friends yet, please click the subscribe button so that we can get to know each other. Number 1, have you ever heard an American say, "We should hang out sometime"? The literal meaning for this is "we want to meet." The real meaning is friendly, but it doesn't actually mean that someone wants to meet. In other words, there are no actual plans to meet. So if someone says this to you, but they don't suggest a time or place, they're just saying it to be nice. Number 2, how are you? Even though this is a question, it's not an actual question for you to answer in depth. The polite answer and the typical answer is, "I'm good, thanks. How about you?" Let's say you're having a bad day. You shouldn't say that you're having a bad day. Unless you know the person, that's fine. It's not the time or the place to have an emotional check-in. So don't say, I'm having a really bad day. I don't know. I feel like the world is coming to an end. It's not a conversation like that. Just say, "I'm good, and you?" Number 3, if someone says, "Maybe, let's see, let me get back to you," it's a polite way of saying probably not. These terms are used to not directly say no, because if you flat out say no, you might offend someone. Culturally, Americans try to avoid sounding too negative. So that is why they would say, "Maybe, let's see, let me get back to you." Number 4, that's interesting. This phrase can be said in multiple tones, just like the other phrases that I mentioned. But generally, if someone's saying "that's interesting," they're not actually interested, they're curious, or they don't agree, or they're confused. It's really important to listen to the tone. Is it awkward? Is it genuine? In the beginning of learning English, it may be difficult for you to pick up on the different facial expressions and the tones, but just be careful when you do hear and interpret someone saying "that's interesting," because it may be slightly negative. Number 5, "I'm good, thanks." Some people may use this phrase in response to an offer. What this phrase means is, "No, thank you." It doesn't mean that they're actually good, which I can totally understand how this is confusing, but it's just something that Americans say. I'm good, thanks. For example, my mom wanted to give me another bowl of rice, and I would say, I'm good, thanks. And that is my way of saying, no, thank you. To summarize, these phrases are often used by Americans, and if you are an intermediate to advanced learner, it is important for you to understand the meaning behind these phrases, but it'll be easier for you to understand if you watch the body language and you listen to the tone and you keep in mind the overall context of the conversation. I know American English can be very difficult. I'm here to help make your journey easier, so I hope that this lesson was helpful. Let me know in the comments, in your country, what phrases are used that have a completely different meaning. I would love to know. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!